Could it be right? So right. Could it be true? Larp at night is good for you. Take off your socks and put up your feet. Join us now with Hugo and Felix. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hello, you snorty little narwhals, and welcome back to episode 4 of our podcast. I am your host Hugo, and I have my little snooty brother Felix.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, and today we are going to entertain you one more time, or terrorize you, whichever comes first.
Whichever comes first.
Yes, whichever comes first. Today we actually we are back to normal. Felix does not have COVID this time.
Thank God.
Actually, it just has a case of the stupid, but that's another related story.
Well, that got me into the prom in the first place.
Yes, I know, and long story. But anyway, he does not have the coughs, and right now we're back to our lovely, just our really nice voices over here, as you can hear.
Exactly.
Yes.
And to all the people who wish me well or wished me well, which, you know, thank you all so much. And to all the people who don't, you're an ass. I hate you. Well, I don't. I love you. But you could have sent a message. It was a dire moment. I could have I could have used your help.
He could have died, and then I would have had to clean up his room for it to be sold out again. You never know.
That is true.
Yes.
Hugo.
Yes.
As per usual, can you give me the time?
Today, at this moment, it is the news. A fantastic little segment. We both like to do it. We totally were scrambling 2 hours before trying to come up with something.
No. Who does that? We're professionals.
We are professionals. Just hear our lovely little voice. Anyway, do you want to start, or would you like me to start?
Hugo, I would like you to start. Today, the ropes are in your corner on how to do this podcast.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to start with something very, very cool that I found out recently, which actually started at the beginning of this year. Mm-hmm. It was because of the COVID, they couldn't do the regular tours, but in the UK, normally you have the tours of the Hadrian Wall. You'd start walking it, and you actually walk the whole wall, and it would take, depending on your speed, up to a day to 5 days, and you'd actually have to take your own camping gear, all your food, all your water, that sort of stuff. It's kind of a little bit like a crusade when we go out for 2 days, but it's like There's a lot more. Imagine for those of you that actually walked the crusade before all of this happened. Imagine that, but it's 5 days in a row, and you walk beside a wall the whole time, which is the wall of Hadrian. And
I don't know how I feel about that.
What's that?
So, this is real, right?
This is real. People actually have done this before, but when the COVID hit, they couldn't do it. They couldn't profit from it. So, from this year, they actually did something different, which was a virtual tour.
Right.
Which actually is a group of people that have been together walking alongside Hadrian's Wall. You can, I believe it's like a virtual reality kind of tour that they do. And
virtual reality LARP.
Well, not exactly virtual reality LARP if you look at it, but this year actually there were two people that decided they were going to invite a group of close friends that they have been in quarantine with, and roommates and that sort of stuff, and they would start to LARP and roleplay as the barbarians and the Romans from that period
in virtual reality.
In a way, because they actually recorded it, but they made it so that you could, as like a program, and you can actually walk around in that program. It's already pre-recorded, but it's you can look around in 3D.
Okay.
It's kind of, I think it's kind of filmed like done like the Google streetcars.
Oh, okay. So it's
and you can walk around with them. You just cannot interact with them. But they actually roleplay certain parts of the Hadrian Wall, of the attack from, I don't exactly know, I think it was the Picts, but that Hadrian tried to protect himself from. But it was I know that they do certain segments from it that they fight as Romans against the barbarians, kind of like us trying to fight Northbrook or Uberland, whichever turns evil first.
So there you go, fellow LARPers. You've been doing this whole quarantine all wrong.
Exactly.
You could have done it virtually.
Exactly, which is not as fun, but still, hey.
Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah.
You could have been there.
You could have been there, indeed.
We could have been there.
Yes.
We could have.
Now, what's your piece of news before I go on to mine?
My piece of news. Let me just grab my, device of love. So you go anyway. How was your day?
That does not sound like a good thing to say on the podcast.
Just let it be.
A device of love. Do you hear yourself?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, right. So my piece of news comes straight from China.
Okay. Sounds kind of like a knockoff, but go ahead.
You have to be a bit closer to your mic, Hugo.
A little bit. It sounds like a knockoff, but fine.
Oh, what do you mean? There's no such thing as knockoff LARP.
Well, I mean, it's from China. It's bound to be knockoff, but okay, go ahead.
Don't be racist.
What?
Not everything that's from China is knockoff.
I mean, people.
Not everything from Holland is made of cheese.
Well, a lot of people like to think that, but okay, continue. Continue.
Stereotypical motherfucker. Basically, what's happening is, as we mentioned in our former podcasts, a couple of 2 podcasts ago?
Yeah, 2 podcasts.
2 podcasts ago. Taiwan, right. Well, it turns out that in all of Asia, basically, LARP is reaching new heights. Mm-hmm. And currently, in the entertainment industry, LARPing is becoming the hottest thing in China.
You mean like they dress up as commoners and emperors and knights and sort of stuff? That's cool.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Do they actually, like the Hadrian's Wall, do they go to the Wall of China, or?
No, I don't think you understand this. Let me just read this part of an article, okay?
Okay.
According to a recent study conducted by the data analysis and market research company iMedia, we both don't know who that is, 84.9% of Chinese netizens. What are netizens?
A what?
Netizen?
I have no clue.
Comment down below what a netizen is. 84.9% of Chinese netizens surveyed have participated in a LARP game, either online or offline. 84.
Interesting.
They also predict that the market size of LARP will reach 17 billion RMB.
Wow.
That's 263 million US dollars.
Bloody hell. Now I'm just suddenly imagining what happens if Russia would become LARPers. They would basically go to each battle with
they are.
with a goddamn tank.
They are. They are. Did you not know that?
Do they go to battlefields on tanks?
Yeah. There's an apocalyptic LARP in Russia.
Huh. What's it called?
I have no clue. That's news for next week.
That's the news for next week, ladies and gents.
That's the news for next week. But I think
ladies,
that's
gents, in between,
but
whatever.
Again, here's another situation. I know we keep droning on about this, but here's another situation of LARP just becoming so big. It's huge.
I know. Well, LARP gets everywhere. Like I said, it's like pouring water into what was it? Just pouring water onto the sidewalk. Just goes into cracks and goes everywhere.
But $263 million. But you know what? I will say one thing. The LARP here on Vancouver Island, we are the first LARP, I think, in the whole of Canada? In the whole of Canada and possibly the US to do full body combat.
No, there's a couple. I think there was one in I think Grand Rapids, but I'm not sure. That also does that does harping as well, which
harping, right?
Yeah,
but at least.
But I know that we are quite well known because known for our strike
violence,
hard violence.
Yeah, for our violence.
Just like. People keep saying, well, we fight at around, 60-70% of our own strength. And then we take off depending on how we add on or take off depending on how strong our opponent is.
So I'm going to beat the shit out of you when we go out there.
Exactly. Like in Darkest Day, people fight like around 80 or 90% of their body strength.
Right.
Which is which is ridiculous.
You get used to it after 4 hits.
Or 4,000.
Or 4,000.
Whichever comes first.
So actually, that poses an interesting question, which I wanted to ask you anyway. I had it on the way back home today. if you use violence in LARP, right? Well, let me revise this. You know how violent video games make you more of a dick?
Yes. No, I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
Because I think, actually, I think a lot of people, if you look at a lot of the LARPers, and I'm not trying to push anyone in the corner here or whatever, but I know that a lot of LARPers go there for a stress relief. I think that's also why people fight so hard, and that's why...
Yeah, but...
Let me finish for a sec.
Oh.
That's why people get out of hand.
Yeah.
It's because if you have something going on in your personal life, you can let go of that on the field as a different character, that you can fight it, and then the rules always what happens in LARP stays in LARP, which is like in character, what happens in character stays in character.
Yeah. Okay. But
for example, can I give you? I know, but can I give you, for example?
Sure.
I think it was a time that you perma killed a character, a very loved character.
Did I?
I think you did. It was like you as a character, you perma killed somebody, and then and then it was like a lot of in character strife. That afterwards, people like were wondering nobody was angry about it, but everybody was like
Dean,
yeah.
Yeah, our most famous TikTok individual.
Well,
did you know that?
I didn't know that.
No, Dean has 500,000 followers on TikTok right now.
Bloody hell, he's monetizable. Let's approach him.
And we know him personally.
I know.
I killed this character. Anyway. So, that brings me into my next small segment, which you don't know about.
Well, I still have a couple pieces of information.
Well, I know. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's called... Well, do you have more news, or...?
I have one more piece of news.
Okay, and then we'll do it afterwards. Go.
All right. Well, actually, this is completely veering. Well, actually, it's not veering away, but it actually has a romantic twist to it.
A romantic
twist for all you romantics in there. Do you like LARP?
Yes.
Do you like beating people up with foam swords?
Yes.
Are you a romantic? Do you love your partner?
Yes.
All right. Well, I have something that's perfect for you.
What?
It's called Valentine's Day LARP.
Holy fuck.
It's called The Jilted Lovers Battle in Dardentow Park.
What?
Yeah, it's an actual thing. Every year on well, not now, and of course not last year.
Right.
But every year on Valentine's Day, of course they have the regular events, but on Valentine's Day, because they also do off-season. Mm-hmm. Theirs also from like April until November.
Yeah.
But on Valentine's Day specifically, they ask people to start wear red, white, and pink.
Right.
And actually come with your partner and basically just beat the shit out of each other the whole day. And then afterwards, I think they create a little Valentine's dinner for you to enjoy.
Yeah, but I already have that. Well, that's a bad joke. No, I'm not gonna make that. That's a really bad joke. No, but that's pretty cool though. But I will. But at the same time, can't you just kiss? Done. Don't have to beat you. Do you want to know what true?
Well, it says actually the guy here says it's, and I quote. This is in quotes. Okay.
Okay.
It's an opportunity for people to get out, have some fun, and hit each other during a time of the year that can be a little tough and cold.
Tough and cold. Okay. You go. You know what I want to say, right? And it's probably really bad to say this on the podcast, but do you want to know what real love sounds like?
Oh, cool.
Do you want to know what real love sounds like?
What?
Real love. That's real love. That's just
love
pure.
That's
pure, undivided love right there.
Oh man,
I have the last one.
I had a really terrible joke, but I think it's too bad for this podcast.
We already got a bad couple of strikes on the last video because of the poor jokes we made.
Yeah, I know. And
sorry, Elizabeth. We're still really sorry.
We are really sorry that.
If you would like to hear that story, please let us know. It's one we cut out. It's really bad.
Really, really graphic. And I don't mean it's oh my god, it's a little bit here, but it's full blown. It's just gonna.
Yeah. So from that trauma, do you want to go into our next session?
Yeah, okay.
It's a great session. I just invented it on the spot, and I think we should do it like that. It's called, and we're going to have an intro, so be a little bit quiet, okay? It's called... what is a good way? I don't know. Therapy and psychiatric. No, wait. No, we need a good title. We'll do it again. Ready? Ready, Biko? Therapy with Felix and Hugo. Beautiful. Anyway, Hugo.
Yes.
So, we remember the last conversation that we had where you were like, does it change you? Does LARP change you for the worse or for the better based on the violence, that we just had the discussion, right?
Yeah.
Now, I believe in being open. We already had one story about love, right? We had one story about violence. So we need to be pretty open, right?
Yep.
Are you even listening?
I'm sort of listening, yes. I'm
Okay.
trying to find the stories for later.
So put your phone down for 2 seconds.
Yes?
Sit back, relax. And for the next couple of minutes, actually, I'll put a timer on. Okay? For the next 3 minutes, you and me are gonna completely speak our mind without any barriers about anything. I think it'd be fun to do weekly.
Oh,
We'll see what people think of.
fucking good God.
What do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, this is gonna burn so many bridges. But alright, let's do it.
3 minutes? Is that enough?
3 minutes, but that's it.
Or do you want 2?
3. Fucking hell.
Okay, we'll start with 3. If everyone thinks it should be shorter, let us know. Hugo, are you ready?
Sure.
3 minutes of undivided. Oh shit. 3 minutes of undivided telling the truth. 3. Put your phone down. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I hate pigeons. I really do. They're so stupid looking.
Cuttlefish are really tasty, but nothing else
You
really
had
matters.
cuttlefish?
Yeah. It's just that
You're
they're ugly.
wait. We're doing we're doing 100% honesty, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Your hair looks like shit.
Your nose looks like it's squashed in the door.
I know it does. Our mics are terrible.
I know. Snow is just frozen water.
Snow is. Was Da Vinci really that good? Was he?
Perhaps Michelangelo was gay.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean,
Just anything. Just think about it and just let it out.
God must have been hormonal when he made the earth.
I'm gonna make a shirt out of that.
What's that?
I'm gonna make a shirt out of that. God must have been hormonal when he made the earth. That was good. Bananas. Just why?
Cucumbers. What's up with that?
No, but like seriously, just let your mind go. There's no.
I know. I'm trying to.
Oh,
To go.
ooh! I have a bad one.
What?
And we're gonna need a bleep here. Some of you LARPers are cunts. I'm just really gonna throw it out there. There are some genuine assholes in LARP. Not gonna say who. I'm not saying they're all from this LARP that we go to either.
I mean, there's one of them actually, which
Don't narrow it down. Oh, keep going. Oh, actually, what am I doing? Keep going.
he's one of the many LARPers that left, but okay.
Okay, well, what? Yeah,
I'm
what?
not gonna go into detail on that one.
Some of you are dicks. Just let you know.
Yes, okay, good. That's
Get shit on. Hey, I'm gonna speak the truth. Hopefully, Nick, we got 30 seconds. When it boiled anything up. A lot of you are amazing. Most of you are tremendous. And I love so many of you.
And we're so gonna get mauled by this 3-minute thing.
We're gonna die next time.
We're
we come.
gonna die.
We've got 15 seconds.
We got 15.
Some of your foam weapons are too hard.
Some of the rules are bullshit.
Some of you cannot shoot bow and arrow. Stop doing it. You're hitting people in the eyes.
Some of you hit too hard when you clearly know that their opponent is under armor.
And time.
I wanted to say so much more, but I couldn't. And why the
And how do you go? Wait, before we continue, you go.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I want to. I want to open these goddamn stories.
No, that's fine. But just about how do you feel about opening up about random shit?
I think it's good steam reliever. If and of course, remember this, ladies and gentlemen. When you are a guest, you are part of this segment. You can say whatever the fuck you like in us three.
Ooh, wait a minute. From now on, we're gonna call this series Weekly Therapy with Felix and Hugo.
Just a segment, nothing else.
3 minutes of just us actually speaking our minds. Do you like that idea? Do you want to keep doing it?
Yes.
Okay, so we got two definites: news and weekly therapy.
Because we also do story time. Right?
And we also do story time. That's true.
Also, I need to borrow your phone for a second when you bring up the stories because my phone is being a dick.
Okay. Why?
What is up, ma dudes? This is the amazing, the handsome, and the truly great Felix. I will not lie when I say that this episode, as great as it is, has been a great fucking knife in my side. You think crashes are fun? What about crashes, no file locations, corrupted videos and audio, mic distortion, unfiltered backgrounds, missing this, missing that, hours and hours and hours of relentless rendering, monitoring, lack of sleep, disruption, the will to commit harakiri, bags under my eyes, interrupted work time, lack of food, rest, self-care, dissolutions, aliens attacking unending writing, getting ready dreading the morning, haggling more, hulling sleeping with no hope of rendering cause of the noise, gear change, murder, prostitutes, gear change. Please save me from this hell, Jesus fucking Christ, kill me.
So now the audio bars have stopped working. For no reason. Also, why is my fucking voice different now? I cannot take this hinky-dory bullshit anymore. Bitch, why Satan, why? Anyway. Just deal with it. I already lost a piece of my soul to this episode, so enjoy it. And if you comment on it, I will curse all your bacon to burn.
Bye.
It won't. Oh, it's like I got it all.
But before we do that, we can't do stories yet. Because before we do stories, we have to take the grand quiz. Oh wait, no, wait, I'll do an intro right now. Be quiet for a second. Yay! You know, clap.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix Plant, and I'm here with your weekly quiz for Hugo, where I will find quizzes for Hugo to answer.
Okay.
Or the other way around at some point, but this week we're quizzing Hugo. Hugo, the topic of this week is, which famous serial killer are you?
Oh, God.
Let's get started. Shall we? Are you ready? How are you feeling? Are you ready for the grand prize, a beer?
Kind of feel like I'm getting Zodiac Killer vibes.
Maybe. Are you ready for your quiz?
Okay.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the first question is, you're walking in the woods and you come upon an injured sparrow. Do you poke it with a stick? Cut off its wings so you can hang them on your wall? Have a taste. Caress its little head ever so gently. Put it out of its misery by crushing it to death with your foot. Or take it home for your next taxidermy project.
I think take it home for my next taxidermy project. That sparrow's gonna look fine by the end of this.
Next question, number 2, Hugo Plant. How do you lure your victim in? I drug them and handcuff them to my toilet.
Okay.
I get them drunk at a bar and promise them a fun party at my place.
He's getting uncomfortable.
I lurk in the dark shadows of alleys and pounce on them. I recruit them into my satanic cult and brainwash them into thinking I am Jesus reincarnated.
That one. I don't care about
Or
this.
I have them for dinner, literally.
No, satanic cult. Always need some minions on the run, eh?
Question 3, and this
Just
one...
Just think about Necromancer Kippo just when she had zombies running around. That was fun.
Yeah, that could be you.
Oh, God.
Hugo, the next question. This one's a good one, let me tell you. And this is really going to depend on your judgment. Number 3. What is your idea of a good time?
Oh, no.
Number 1. I like to make my victims play games and solve riddles to see how hard they would fight for their life. Number 2. Embark on new romantic/sexual adventures with strangers. Not that one, apparently. Number 3. Listening to Mozart, drinking a fine wine, and hosting a nice dinner party. Coercing other people to do things I want them to do. Going for midnight strolls, or other.
What was the first one?
Make your victims play games and solve it. That one?
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Question number 4. There's only 8 questions. Don't worry. Questions number 4. What's the first thing you do after you make a kill?
Okay.
Where did it go? Give me a second. For some reason, my thing decided to restart. Technical difficulties. Give me a fucking second. Okay, we're back. You go.
Okay.
Question 4. What's the first thing you do after you make a kill?
What?
Have a cup of tea and a hot bubble bath. You'd like that. Send a ransom note and a severed ear to the police.
Okay.
Plan my next attack. Play with my stuffed animals. Work on my 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, Hugo, what do you do after a kill, huh?
I puzzled the shit out of that night.
Clicked it. Question 5.
Okay.
Which of these images excite you the most? Excite you the most, okay? Now there's a picture of a saw, a picture of a brain, a picture of a person eating an apple, a picture of a piece of art of a very beautiful woman lifting up her leg, 2 puzzle pieces, and Jesus. Which one excites you the most, Hugo?
Oh, good God.
Is it Jesus, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Motherfucker, come put a stick of reincarnation!
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah, praise!
Amen, brother. In the name of, what was it?
In the name of our...
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah!
It's Jesus Christ.
Praise the Lord.
Jesus.
So which one excites you the most?
Oh, good God.
A saw, Jesus, a brain, a person eating an apple, a beautiful picture of a dancing lady.
Big brain.
Brain?
Brain.
Ooh, gore. Number 6. What kind of childhood did you have? I was born to a teen mother. It was difficult. Pretty normal family life. It was a very happy and normal childhood except for the one time I stood over my mother with knives while she slept. I hope people at home realize that when he answers this, I'm going to look at him very differently. It wasn't extremely happy or normal, but not scarring either. I was a child prodigy. Or other.
Child prodigy all day.
Yeah,
boy.
you egotistical fuck. How would you like people to describe you? Question 7. Very confident, but with a temperament. Goes from
Yes.
very happy to very angry quickly, but only out of passion. A nice person, though somewhat creepy looking and deranged. They think of themselves as divine. Yeah, stop. He's giving me a super creepy look right now. A pragmatic vigilante with extreme beliefs who think they are really making a difference in the world. Yeah, you go. A quiet, grim, and gruesome loner who takes great pleasure in trickery and malice. Or a brilliant mastermind, cunning and manipulative in every way, with a dangerous hunger for adventure and trouble.
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Is it the first one?
No. It's all of them. Yes.
Well, which one? Pick one.
I think the last one.
The last one.
Intelligence.
And manipulative.
Exactly.
And the last question, which of these things bring you the most pleasure of gratification?
Oh, good God.
Cooking and or eating a delicious meal.
Cooking. I don't care about the rest.
It's good because the other options were solving a challenging problem, having many nice possessions that I earned through hard work, being able to influence and inspire people around me, or stalking prostitutes, chopping them into pieces and not getting caught for 127 years.
All right, Jack.
The answer is in Hugo Planned. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugo Planned is Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, lovely.
You are Hannibal Lecter, a highly sophisticated individual with first-class taste and the willpower to get whatever you want. You are hungry for life and thirsty for power as you travel the globe seeking out your next victims. Your greatest indulgence comes in the forms of cannibalism. You fall in love with people, allowing to consume you until you consume them. Although you are a savage criminal, you are a sensitive soul who appreciates beauty, and you would share your knowledge in order to help others seek justice.
Okay.
And how does that make you feel?
I could really go for a good piece of meat right now.
Oh, goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Quizzed. What did we call it? The weekly click. No, we already have something with the weekly. Fuck, help me out here.
The questioned?
Sorry?
The questioned?
How about questioned?
All right, fine.
That was Questioned with Hugo Planned. We'll see you again next week.
Now comes from actually quite an embarrassing bit, and that is that I have to resend you the stories,
No, I still have them.
but those won't work. Apparently, it isn't an attachment that works.
They opened for me. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we have gone from one section to the other.
Okay, question. Okay, now that we have a new section, and because my phone likes to fuck itself with a spoon, I need to borrow your phone either for the first or second, depending on which one you want to do. Because today we're going to be doing a little bit of sensual Shakespeare.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for
Story time.
Story time.
Story time.
Cue the intro.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, boy. Okay, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed time. It is time. It is.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're professionals, so please stick with us.
I'm just trying to find out how the fuck to do this. Like, seriously, this is hard.
I have two stories. One is a fairy tale, and the other one is a murder mystery. At least an intro to a murder mystery.
Okay. Let's have a look. We're going to start the murder mystery, I think. What do you think?
Okay, that's a good idea. And then I'll read the fairy tale. Because the fairy tale is the longest of the two.
Right. Okay.
Wouldn't it just be easier? Because I know there's multiple dialogues in the fairy tale as well. Anyway, I'll just.
Are you sure you can't open it? You should be able to.
It says it's not available. I cannot use it.
Okay, we'll just use my phone. But I shall start with our first story. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugo, please cue our usual intro for this.
This is story time. A fantastic little time. So sit back, kick up your feet, grab a glass of rum, and just listen to our fantastic voices.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to move my microphone a little bit closer. There we go. Hello.
Super close.
Hello. I'm peeking out.
We are both peeking it out.
Okay, are you ready, Hugo?
Okay, go ahead.
Can you please also put a disclaimer? You have not read any of these stories.
I promise you.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty bold move. On your mama's grave.
Yes, well, okay. The only thing I tried to make sure is that it wasn't very, very graphic.
Okay,
So
well,
I
that's fine.
Try to keep that at bay.
That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our first story. Albus Cartwright and the 5 creepy tabby cats. Da-da-da. Once upon a time. Oh, wait a minute. A fairy tale by Libby Turnback.
Is that wait? Is that okay? What?
Yeah, Libby Turnback.
Are you sure that's that?
Maybe the AI did it.
No. The thing is that one of them is a fairy tale and the other one is a murder mystery.
I'm just gonna get started, see what happens.
Okay, fine.
Once upon a time, there was a coward boy called Albus Cartwright. He was on the way to see his cuddly Libby Butterbottom when he decided to take a shortcut through White Powder Forest. It's Coke Forest. It wasn't long before Albus got lost. He looked around, but all he could see were trees. Nervously, he felt into his bag for his favorite toy, Squeaky the Hedgehog. But Squeaky the Hedgehog was nowhere to be found. Oh my god. Fish. Albus began to panic. He felt sure he had packed Squeaky the Hedgehog. To make matters worse, he was starting to feel hungry. Unexpectedly, he saw a creepy tabby cat dressed in a silver sock disappear into the trees. How odd, thought Albus. For the want of anything better to do, he decided to follow the peculiarly dressed tabby cat. Perhaps it could tell him the way out of the forest. Eventually, Albus reached a clearing. He found himself surrounded by houses and made from different sorts of food. What? Apparently all the houses are made of food. There was a house made from okra.
Okra.
Okra? What is okra?
How the fuck do I know?
You just call...
It actually didn't ask for like a food type. It just asked for like
a house made from souls of the damned. A house made from candy. A house made from chips. And a house made from iron deficient babies. What? That's really specific.
That's really specific. Unless it's like home to a vampire of sorts.
Albus could feel his tummy rumbling. What the fuck? Looking at the houses did nothing to ease his hunger.
I wonder why.
Maybe he's Hannibal Lecter.
It is.
Hello, he called. Is anybody there?
Okay, Kermit.
Nobody replied. Albus looked at the roof on the closest house and wondered if it would be rude to eat somebody else's chimney. Sure, obviously it would be impolite to eat a whole house, but perhaps it would be considered acceptable to nibble the old fixture or lick the old fitting in a time of need. A cackle broke through the air, giving Albus a fright.
Okay.
No, you're supposed to go, you know.
Okay.
I'll try again. A cackle broke through the air, giving Albus a fright. A witch jumped into the space in front of all the houses. She was carrying a cage. In that cage was Squeaky the Hedgehog. Squeaky the Hedgehog, shouted Albus. He turned to the witch. That's my toy. The witch just shrugged. Give Squeaky the Hedgehog back, cried Albus. Not on your Nelly, said the witch. At least let Squeaky the Hedgehog out of the cage. Before she could reply... I hate my life sometimes.
What?
Before she could reply, 5 creepy tabby cats rushed in from a footpath on the other side of the clearing. Albus recognized the one in the silver sock that he had seen earlier. The witch seemed to recognize him too. Hello, big tabby cat, said the witch. Good morning, said Tabby Cat. Good morning, the Tabby Cat noticed the Squeaky Hedgehog. Who's this? That's Squeaky the Hedgehog, explained the witch. Oh, Squeaky the Hedgehog would what the fuck? Squeaky the Hedgehog would look lovely in my house. Give it to me, demanded the Tabby Cat. The witch shook her head. Squeaky the Hedgehog is staying with me. Excuse me, Albus interrupted. Squeaky the Hedgehog lives with me, and not in a cage. The witch thought for a moment, then said, I do like to be entertained. I'll always listen to anybody who can eat a whole front door. Big Tabby Cat looked at the house made from iron-deficient babies and said, no problem. I could eat an entire house made from iron-deficient babies if I wanted to. That's nothing, said the next Tabby Cat. I could eat 2 houses. There's no need to show off, said the witch. Just eat 1 front door and I'll let you have Squeaky the Hedgehog. I don't know. I'm reading a story about... our entire podcast is about cannibalism and eating babies.
Welcome to a satanic cult, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to join in.
Albus watched, feeling very worried. He didn't want the witch to give the Squeaky the Hedgehog to Big Tabby Cat. He didn't think Squeaky the Hedgehog would like living with the creepy Tabby Cat. Sorry, I caught a cough from the cap. Away from his house and all of the other toys. The other 4 Tabby Cats watched while Big Tabby Cat put on his bib and withdrew a knife and fork from his pocket. I'll eat the whole house, said Big Tabby Cat. Just you watch. You think he can do it?
I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty hard to swallow iron-deficient babies.
Like a whole one?
Or the souls of the damned.
Sorry, I had a well-deserved beer there.
Beer.
Big Tabby Cat pulled off a corner of the front door of the house, made from souls of the damned. Okay, he's not eating babies now. He gulped it down, smiling, and went back for more. And more. And more. Eventually, Big Tabby Cat started to get bigger. Just a little bit bigger at first. But after a few more forkfuls of souls of the damned, he grew to the size of a large snowball.
The souls of the damned have been consumed.
Beautiful. He groans. And he was every bit so round. I don't feel so good, said the Big Tabby Cat. Suddenly, he started to roll. He'd grown so round that he could no longer balance. Help! He cried as he rolled off down a slope into the forest. Big Tabby Cat never finished eating the front door made from the souls of the damned. And Squeaky the Hedgehog remained trapped in the witch's caves. Average Tabby Cat stepped up and approached the house made from cookies. I'll eat this whole house, said Average Tabby Cat. Just you watch. Average Tabby Cat pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from cookies. She gulped down, smiling, and went back for more, and more, and more. After a while, Average Tabby Cat started to look a little queasy. She grew greener and greener. A woodcutter walked to the clearing. What's this bush doing here? He asked. I'm not a bush, I'm a tabby cat, said Average Tabby Cat. It talks, exclaimed the woodcutter. Those talking bushes are the worst kind. I better take it away before someone gets hurt. Now what? Cried Average Tabby Cat as the woodcutter picked her up. But the woodcutter ignored her cries and carried the Tabby Cat away under his arm. Average Tabby Cat never finished eating the front door made from cookies, and Squeaky the Hedgehog remained trapped in the witch's cave. Little Tabby Cat stepped up. Jesus Christ, there's so many.
I know.
And approached the house made from candy. I'll eat this whole house, said little Tabby Cat. Just you
watch.
Wow.
God.
He pulled up.
That's the worst. Cat puns. That's the meows of his problems.
Fuck you. He pulled off the corner of the front door of the house made from candy. He gulped it down, smiling, and went back for more.
And more. And more.
Good job. After 5 or 6 platefuls, little Tabby Cat started to fidget uncomfortably on the spot. He stopped eating candy for a moment, then grabbed another forkful. But before he could eat it, there came an almighty roar. A bottom burp louder than a rocket taking off, propelling little Tabby Cat into the sky. Can you give me the best little Tabby Cat scream? Cried little Tabby Cat. I'm scared of heights. Little Tabby Cat was never seen again.
Oh, God.
Little Tabby Cat never finished eating the front door made from candy, and Squeaky the Hedgehog remained trapped in the witch's cage. Tiny Tabby Cat stepped up and approached the house made from chips. I'll eat this whole house, said the other tiny Tabby Cat. Just you watch. Tiny Tabby Cat pulled off the corner of the front door of the house made from chips. She gulped it down, smiling, and went back for more. And more. And more. However, on the next mouthful, the food fell straight out of Tiny Tabby Cat's mouth. She tried to stuff another forkful of chips once again. The food fell out. There just wasn't enough room in her belly. We all have this problem. This is just not fair, declared the Tiny Tabby Cat, and stomped off into the forest. Tiny Tabby Cat never finished eating the front door made from chips, and Squeaky the Hedgehog remained trapped in the witch's cage. Even tinier Tabby Cat. That's actually
We're here until the fat lady sings.
Stepped up and approached the house made from iron-deficient babies. I'll eat this whole house. Oh wait, you should probably do a high squeaky voice for this one.
I'll eat this whole house.
Said ever tinier Tabby Cat.
Just you watch.
Even tinier Tabby Cat pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from iron-deficient babies. He gulped it down, smiling.
No.
And went for more.
No.
And more.
No.
And more.
No.
Suddenly, even tinier Tabby Cat stopped eating and started dancing. While he danced, he sang at the top of his lungs, Iron deficient babies! Watch!
Iron deficient babies!
No, seriously, that's what it says. Started singing from the top of his lungs, Iron deficient babies! Watch me eat all of the iron deficient babies! I need more beer.
Oh, fuck me senseless.
Oh god. It looks as though the iron deficient babies are making you hyperactive. Oh wait. That's the witch talking. It looks as though the iron deficient babies are making you hyperactive. Laughed the witch. I can't take us serious anymore. I hope you know that.
We're never serious to begin.
No. Oh no, they're not! Cried ever tinier Tabby Cat. I'm always this excited. With that, he walked into a tree.
Oh.
Even tinier Tabby Cat banged his head and fell backwards onto his bottom. He passed out, exhausted. Even tinier Tabby Cat never finishing the front door made from iron-deficient babies. And Squeaky the Hedgehog remained trapped in a cage. That's it, said the witch. I win. I get to keep Squeaky the Hedgehog. Not so fast, said Elvis. There is still one front door to go. The front door of the house made of okra. And I haven't had a turn yet. I don't have to give you a turn, laughed the witch. My game? My rules. The woodcutter's voice carried through the forest. I think you should give him a chance. It's only fair.
He sounds like one of those, what do you call them? Oh, never mind. For like somebody from Lancaster.
This is a very long story.
I know, I told you it was a long one.
Maybe we should leave the other one for next week.
No,
'cause
I
mine-
want to read the other one. You can opt to cut it off if you want to, but just go on.
Fine, said the witch. But you shall see what happens to the tabby cats. Oh wait, you saw what happens to the tabby cats. He won't last long. I'll be right back, said Elvis. What? Said the witch. Where's your sense of impatience? I thought you wanted Squeaky the Hedgehog back. Elvis ignored the witch and gathered a hefty pile of sticks. He came back to the clearing and started a small campfire. Carefully, he broke off a piece of the door of the house made from okra and toasted it over the fire. Once it had cooked and cooled just a little, he took a bite. He quickly devoured the whole piece. Albus sat down on a nearby log. You fail, cackled the witch. You were supposed to eat the whole front door. I haven't finished, explained Albus. I'm just waiting for my food to go down. When Albus's food had digested, he broke off another piece of the door made from okra. Once more, he toasted his food over the fire and waited for it to cool just a little. He ate it at leisurely pace that waited for it to digest. Eventually, after several sittings, Albus was down to the final piece of the door made from the okra. Carefully, he toasted it and allowed it to cool just a little. He finished his final course. Albus had eaten the entire front door of the house made of okra. The witch stamped her foot angrily. You must have tricked me, she said. I don't reward cheating. Okay. I don't think so, said a voice.
And we got a big bumbling giant coming down the stairs.
Interruption. I don't think so, said a voice. It was the woodcutter. He walked back into the clearing carrying his axe. This little boy won fair and square. Now hand over Squeaky the Hedgehog, or I will chop your broomstick in half. The witch looked horrified. She grabbed her broomstick and placed it behind her. Then, huffing, she opened the door of the cage. Albus hurried over to grab Squeaky the Hedgehog, checking to see that his favorite toy was alright. Fortunately, Squeaky the Hedgehog was unarmed. Albus thanked the woodcutter, grabbing a quick souvenir, and hurried on to meet Libby. Who's Libby?
The fuck do I know?
Who's Libby?
I don't know. Never came out once.
I guess go Libby. It was starting to get dark. When Albus got to Libby's house, his cuddly threw her arms around him. Hi. Oh, I was so worried. Go.
What?
I was so worried. Be Libby.
I was so worried,
cried Libby. You are very late. As Albus described his day, he could tell that Libby didn't believe him. So he grabbed a napkin from his pocket. What's that? Asked Libby. Albus unwrapped a doorknob made from souls of the damned. Pudding, he said. Libby almost fell off her chair. The end.
I still want to read the second one just to be because then I also have a turn reading.
I really want the second one, but it's very short. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Excuse the background noise. A fire has decided to erupt right behind us.
Yes. And this time it is not fire goblins deciding to burn down the house.
I don't know if you can hear it. The sound you hear currently in the background is a fire that is currently... Oh, jeez, it's spreading to the kitchen right now.
Oh my god, it's leaping onto the curtains.
Anyway, would you like to go for the next story?
Yes.
Before the fire kills us both?
Yeah. Let me just...
Because that's inevitably going to happen, and that's probably how this podcast is going to end.
I know, yes. It's terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second...
Excuse the amount of noise here. Oh my...
Ladies and gentlemen, the second part of the story is performed by Hugo Plant.
This is actually a intro to a murder mystery.
Hit it.
The Overpowered Holy Grail. Ooh. A mystery by Libby Turnback. The pretty spooky town of Palindrome holds a secret. Zibby Pill Snorter has the perfect life, working as a sewage worker in the city and swimming with her modest girlfriend Amy Schumer. However, when she finds an overpowered holy grail in her cellar, she begins to realize that things are not quite as they seem in the Pill Snorter family. A 70s dress party leaves Zibby with some startling questions about her past, and she sets off to simplistic Palindrome and finds some answers. At first, the people of Palindrome are daring and virtuous. She is intrigued by the curiously virtuous dress shop clerk Bobby Booze Breath. However, after he introduces her to hard amphetamines, Zibby slowly finds herself drowned in a web of cannibalism, necromancy, and perhaps even ding-dong ditch. Can Zibby resist charms of Bobby Booze Breath and uncover the secrets of the unpowered Holy Grail before it's too late? Or will her demise become yet another Palindrome legend?
I want to watch that movie.
I so want to watch that movie as well.
That is bizarre. I watched that.
Yeah, I know.
Would you watch that? Please let us know in the comments below.
Zibby Booze Breath.
Zibby Booze Breath.
No, Zibby Pill Snorter.
Oh, the fire caused the tap to run now.
Do we need a telepath here to turn it for us?
This was a very interesting podcast episode.
Very, very weird and totally not off the cuff.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to mention one thing. This was an amazing, fun podcast. Mm-hmm. We are drawing it to a close right now. The fire is definitely breaking out.
We have dieting orcs in the kitchens.
Hugo, look. My foot's on fire.
Oh, I know. My arm is not doing too good. It's getting all charred.
How's that feel?
Well, just a burning sensation.
Oh, okay. Mine stinks a bit.
Mine is getting red.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we just wanted to mention real quick that if you got offended by our podcast or Hugo and mine full-on thoughts about the world,
please, we're not gonna stop this.
No. So, screw off.
You're gonna hear us. You're gonna definitely hear us. And of course, if you want to become our guest, you can be our guest, and you can also have your 3 minutes of ramblings and ravings on whatever the hell you want.
Just anything in life that's bugging you, just let your mind go free.
Exactly, and just say anything that comes to your mind. That is, of course, within certain bounds.
Well, Hugo, I do have to mention right now that our screen is smoldering under the intense heat of the fire. Mm-hmm. You're looking good. You look like Ghost Rider right now.
I know. You look like you have like a cascading form of lava coming down your hair.
Right? Yeah.
I know.
Your hair's on fire, skull, everything.
We're becoming fire elementals.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look, there's the cat coming, looking quite killer.
That's a walking skeleton.
That's like just a torch.
Jeez.
I know.
Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting rather hot in here, and well, we're gonna.
I think to cool off.
We're gonna visit the man down below pretty soon, right now. So on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix.
My name's Hugo.
You've listened to the Larp at Night podcast,
and we'll see you next week.
That was really important, and we will see you all
next week.
And we love you all. And now Hugo will say one more thing about all the things that he loves.
Kittens. You can throw them against the wall.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
I know they're really nice. Really nice